Hey everyone, this is Dtales 0026. As you can see, this is not another Digivice video or a Yu-Gi-Oh! Training or match video. This is kind of a little prelude to tell people my views on Yu-Gi-Oh! And, just a couple of things I've noticed. The first thing you gotta keep in mind is Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime and Yu-Gi-Oh! The manga came out first. So basically what happened with Konami is they said oh, we can make the game however we want because we're making up a story. People aren't going to care about the games. And that would have been great if they had just kept it like that. It's like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, it's cool. I wish the card game was real. And the real answer is no, you don't, because it fucked everything up. What basically happened is we got the card game from Japan, who got it first. And in Japan, the card game plays somewhat like the show, but the thing is, you can't replicate it perfectly because it's a TV show, and the TV show is broken. So basically what happened was, we got a whole bunch of cards that didn't do exactly what they were supposed to, and people are like, oh, well, in the show they're cheating. And I'm like, no, they're not cheating. Basically what happened was, Konami fucked up by not releasing the card game first. But people got used to it, and after Battle City, they started using the proper rules, with the exception of the life points being 4,000 instead of 8,000. Now, that would have been good enough for any fan, because we had stuff like the Winged Dragon of Ra, and then came the next generation of Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically, Konami said, okay, we can't screw up the card game anymore, we can't make it any more broken, we can't do broken cards like the Winged Dragon of Ra anymore, so let's just put fusions as the main focus of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And that worked for a while, because it really did. Everybody had their own cool, card fusions. Everybody had their own style, and it really worked nicely. Everybody loved the Elemental Hero fusions. Everybody loved the Cyber End Dragon. And then came a boss. Well, when Banner came around and he had his alchemy deck, of course nobody thought, oh, well, Banner, he's got broken cards, because he didn't. He had a decent alchemy deck, and it actually made sense. But then, once the Sacred Beasts were released, which are, again, rip-offs of the Egyptian God cards, only weaker, basically Jaden has to pull out a card to beat the Headmaster, who has all three cards, and he pulls out the Philosopher's Stone. Now, I'm assuming at the time, Konami was like, okay, nobody's going to assume that this broken-ass card is going to be a real thing. Then the fanboys came in and started whining, but we want the Philosopher's Stone card. The card game is incomplete. This card game sucks. And then Konami's like, fine, we'll release it. And then the Americans like, you know what, you've broken the game a couple of times, so we're going to start a ban list. And then Konami's like, no, don't do that, the card game is incomplete. I'm like, no, fuck you, the ban list is to keep people from fucking up the game. And we're gonna ban stuff like Jar of Greed and Regeki and all the shit that's broken, because when you release Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, you ban them in the TV show, but you don't ban them in the card game? Yeah, fuck you, Japan. And then Japan's like, well, fuck you, America. And then, as the series went on, we had stuff like God Neos, which Konami didn't even want to release, so they actually stopped the series early to avoid broken cards, but then Japan released it on YouTube, or some people in Japan released it on YouTube, and then, of course, Konami's like, fuck, how did we not see that coming? God Neos is incredibly broken. Yubel Neos is broken. There were so many broken cards in that series for everything, because the heroes had to get out of a scrape. They had broken cards. And by the way, why didn't Jaden used God Neos on Yugi? Just a thought. Backing up. Basically, at the end of the series, 5Ds were starting, and they thought, we have to unbreak the series. So let's add the most broken cards ever. Synchro Monsters. Now, I'll give it credit, it did unbreak the game. And it is kind of broken, but only if you're playing by the original rules. Some of the hardcore fans are like, hey, you know what, get this synchro shit out of here. And it's true, a lot of the synchro cards are unfair, but at the same time, a lot of the synchro cards are actually pretty good. Guano Guardian was the first one that was really banned, the first synchro ban. And that was because it had a Monstro Born effect every time you killed a monster. What kind of bullshit is that? That's bullshit of the highest caliber. Oh, so in 5Ds, of course, we have the whole end of the world coming with the frickin' emperors who want to stop the end of the world by destroying synchro summoning. Didn't we have this plot before? Oh yeah, Bonds Beyond Time, because we did that already. And at the end of Jaden's story, also, we had a vision of this bleak future. So for me, I hope Excess Summoning, which is the new Synchro Summoning equivalent, the new Broken Summon they're going to add to the game, I hope this takes place in the desolate future, because I want to see this fucking future that Duel Monsters somehow fucked up. How did Duel Monsters fuck up the future? Did the cards suddenly come alive and start breaking shit? Or did people just become so corrupt with the cards that cards became money, and then the economy collapsed, and then civilization collapsed, and then there's this hellish war zone? I don't know what the fuck is going on in this series anymore. With 5Ds, I've been watching halfway through, and I have not been able to finish it because of the fucking YouTube thing. But now we have Excess Summoning coming. I have no idea how these work. According to what I understand so far, you have two monsters of equal level that add up to it. So basically it's Synchro Summoning. But they also have to have the same type and attribute, and that's kind of a bitch. So basically what you're saying is the main character is going to have a deck of completely water monsters. And guess what? That card is probably, the main card of that deck is probably going to have 2,500 attack. Ooh, number similarity. Good job, Konami. So basically at this point, the American distributors are going to buy whatever the fuck Konami puts out, because Konami's like, well, you know what, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. Konami, I don't think, cares about the card game anymore, and I don't think anybody else cares about the card game anymore, except for the duelists like me. I still stick with Fusion Summoning. I don't really Synchro that much. I do have a Synchro deck, but I prefer Fusions to Synchros, because I feel they're a little less broken. Even though I can get 3-4 Fusions at once, I don't do it on the first turn. Thank you, Synchro Summoning, for that. Let's see. Closing thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh! I like the card game. It's fun. I like the anime. It's fun, but don't take them too seriously. If you take them too seriously, like the Abridged series, and I'm talking to you, Little Karibo, who is on YouTube somewhere, probably jerking off and doing whatnot. Little Karibo, the first series was not broken. The card game was broken in real life. So if you want to make fun of that, go ahead. You don't have to make fun of the thing. I know you're doing it for comedy's sake. I don't give a shit. Please do a GX series so that way I can stop listening to the crappy-ass GX series abridged. Because every GX abridged I've seen has just suck. I'm sorry. Stop doing it. There was a 5Ds abridged that I kind of liked, but it didn't last very long, and that kind of sucks. You really need these popular YouTube groups to do it now. Because if you don't have a popular YouTube group at this point to do it, I don't think you have the right to do it. Or at least not the fan base to follow it. And plus, stop recording so I can't hear it at all. Because in the GX series, Bridge series, I was like screaming at my TV screen like I can't hear what the fuck they're saying. And what is this, like dueling with raps and rapping and yo gangsta and what? You really don't know what the series is about, do you? Well, I guess nobody really knew what the series was about because we don't show that series anymore. We show the original Yu-Gi-Oh! In 5Ds. Where the fuck did GX go? Nobody understood it. And by the way, Yubel is a guy? Girl? I don't know. I know the story. It was some dude that got turned into a demon and follows Jaden's bloodline. That's kind of questionable, because how did it get turned into a card then? And Yubel kind of came out of nowhere. I guess they were trying to make Jaden more like Yami-Yugi. But I guess they also have the Dark King for that, so I don't know why they didn't just use the Dark King personality, which would have been a lot more entertaining in my aspect. Yubel is kind of broken as a card. But you could dark hole it, so I guess that's fine with me. God Neos, yeah. Oh yeah, and Bonds Beyond Time. Why was it's so short? I want to know that one. Somebody tell me why they couldn't squeeze like 2-3 duels. We have Yu-Gi-Oh episodes. We have duels in Yu-Gi-Oh that go 4 or 5 episodes. Bond Beyond Time can be covered in 4 YouTube videos. Yeah, okay. Also, I want to know why Jaden didn't know Yugi at that point, because apparently Jaden had gone back in time at that point to fight Yugi. And I'm assuming Yugi would know Jaden because the time when Yugi saw Jaden was around the time of Battle City. Unless Yami just blanked his memory, which I don't know why he would do that to Yugi. But, yeah, there was a duel between Jaden and Yugi, and I don't know why the hell they don't know each other. Yusei obviously wouldn't know either of them other than history reports. And Jaden isn't that well documented, like in the show, because the show wasn't that... the show kind of... I want to know what happened on that duel island. Like, they must have had so many kids through the place, like, I got turned into a duel zombie, or, oh, I got sent to the stars. And then, like, nobody believed them, and, you know, they were just seen as crazy, which is kind of funny. I like that aspect of it. Why the hell do everybody keep pairing up Cyrus and Alexis? Please stop doing that. Cyrus is a twit, Chaz is dirty, Alexis is a teacher who's never going to get any. Stop pairing anime characters together. It's not healthy. You will have aneurysms. Well, that sums up my little rant about Yu-Gi-Oh! The only thing I have to say is enjoy the duels that you're going to see on this channel. We have, I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to see how many people still ask me this. When I use my Elemental Hero deck, I go by my dual alias Rio Sunflare, okay? I'm going to say that once. If you didn't catch that, rewind the video and watch it again, because I'm not saying it again. Other times I will use Dtales 0026. The only time I use that with my Hero Justice deck. Well, there you go. That's my Yu-Gi-Oh! Rant. Look forward to more rants on Pokemon, Digimon, and probably other things, because I got a lot to say. And I don't really get to rant like this in the commentaries, because we always have to go back to doing the commentary. But, yeah, well, you're going to see a lot of rants about card games and whatnot, and I don't know if you like this or not. If you don't like this video, you can kiss the fattest part of my dick. I don't care. Alright, see you next time.